Hello, it's Herman Post, president of iBarn Incorporated. We're located in Canada and we distribute barn equipment around the world. In this video, I would like to explain to you our Greyflex stall. It's a free stall designed to be optimized for the cow, but yet ensure that it carries out all the necessities of resistance for her positioning, but also integrity for longevity within the barn. In 2014, we established a relationship wherein we represented a European-based product in the flexible stall market. And for many years, we represented the North American market and came to learn a lot about flexible stalls. In 2017, we were given no choice but to pivot and find a better product for the marketplace. Steel stalls have been the mainstay in our freestall dairy barns for many years. But steel stalls are also very resistant and therefore can be intimidating for a cow. If it's not designed properly, she may not choose to get up in the bed or even lie down as quickly, thereby limiting her lying time. We want to make sure that our cows are optimized in cow comfort so that we can maximize their lying time and thereby increase their rumination, the circulation of blood to their udder, and thereby, as many studies have proven, increase also milk production and the profitability of the farm. But we believe that that shouldn't be compromised by using a flexible stall. And so we felt we had very much a Goldilocks principle. A stall that was too hard on the one factor or on the other side, too flexible. As you know from the children's story of Goldilocks, one bed was too hard, one bed was too soft, and one bed, neither hard nor soft, was just right. So good, in fact, that she remained sound asleep until the bears were looking over the edge of her bed. It is much the same, we believe, in free stalls. The steel stall, the mainstay in the marketplace for many years, and very functional, also has its limitations. It can cause injury. It can also be intimidating to cows, limiting her lie time. But then on the opposite side, we had the influx of all these flexible stalls. Flexible stalls that maybe sound sexy and comfortable for the cow, but there was too much compromise, we felt, where the cows were lying backwards and sometimes in the stalls or not straight, thereby giving up some of that required positioning that also ensures that she maintains a clean stall, a clean udder, and low somatic cell counts. And so we felt that Greyflex needed to be right in the middle, have enough resistance to ensure her positioning, enough comfort through flexibility, but being that hybrid solution. If you look at our stall, it's very similar to maybe some other stalls, but don't be deceived. Our stall is very unique, and it comes down to the fine details. I'd like to go through with you our top 12 reasons of why our flexible stall is very different to some of the other flexible stalls in the marketplace, including the one that we represented for several years. Number one, we have much less polypipe and flex, ensuring the polypipe's integrity. Our metal bracket at the base of the stall on the lower stall divider is 379% longer than the brand we used to represent, and much similar to other brands as well. This means that the polypipe actually is 21% shorter in flex from the end of the metal bracket to the end of the polypipe. This is critical so that we don't see pipes uneven throughout the stalls and throughout the barn, and so that we don't see drooping pipes as the stall continues to age within the barn. In this photo, these yellow stalls required a constant rotation every year of these pipes. so that the droop could droop itself out in the opposite direction over the course of the following year. Number 2, our metal bracket ensures that it extends further into the polypipe. On the other brand, it extended only 8 inches. Ours extends 24 inches into the pipe. This ensures that we don't see breakout or white lines of stress at the end of the metal pipe. And number 3, this lower pipe is significantly stiffened by this metal bracket. It ensures that the cow is properly positioned within the stall. When a cow lies down in a metal stall, she won't want injury from a steel stall, and she'll avoid the impact against a steel stall. Not really ideal. But on the flexible stall, if she is too flexible, she will be happy to lean up against it or lay down against it. And what we want is that just right position. And so our hybrid stall ensures that if she lies up against the divider, it's uncomfortable to her, creating enough resistance that she will lie straight in the stall. And that longer steel bracket that we provide ensures that resistance is significant for her. Number 4, we have a welded gusset that greatly strengthens that connection, that welded connection from the plate to the tubing on this bracket. The stress is the same whether it's an 8-inch bracket or a 24-inch bracket. But that lower stall divider takes most of the stress, as the cow may lean up against it when she's lying down. And so we want to ensure that we don't see a metal part failure. Number 5, this gusset serves a second purpose. You will notice that it has a blunt end. And so as the polypipe slides onto this lower bracket, it stops at the end by the gusset. This ensures that the polypipe is set properly onto the bracket and can be used on a double stall bed configuration. With this brand that we once used to represent, it required a double post for stall beds that were 17 feet or longer, which are also common in our North American market. We believe that a single post should be able to be used and have the pipes extending off both sides of it and yet remain properly positioned and not drooping and its integrity intact. But just to make the polypipe longer would be a failure. That polypipe is already under too much stress and has too much flexibility to withstand a longer length. By extending 24 inches into the polypipe and offsetting it out 8 inches from the post, we can easily work with double stall beds and a single post, reducing significantly the cost of the assembly by only needing one post for 2 stalls. Number 6, we use a fixed neck rail connection. This ensures that the cow settles in the right depth within the stall. When you have no neck rail or a floating neck rail, she can push the neck rail up and position herself wherever she chooses when she lies down. This means that she may actually lay too far forward, and while she might be comfortable, we have also compromised on her position, meaning that the stalls may get dirty, the udders might get dirty, and the somatic cell count may increase. Number 7, a fixed neck rail connection stiffens the upper dividers, preventing cows from turning around. The upper divider is critical to ensure that when the cow is standing up, that she doesn't choose to turn around and lay backwards in her stall. The upper divider is already shorter, so it's stiffer, but when we add the neck rail to it, in a fixed position, it maintains the stiffness required that she lays in a proper position facing forward in her stall. We don't want to see cows lying backwards, staring out at us. Number 8, for our North American market, all our fasteners and metal are in Imperial, which is easy to install with our standard equipment. And our pipes and our tubing is also in Imperial and common to our marketplace. We want to ensure that it's very interchangeable with any products that you might already have in your stall and assist in making for an easy retrofit. Number 9, we have upgraded the fastener coating, which is 5 times more resistant to corrosion than hot dip galvanizing, and thereby also easier to connect. The nut rolls very smoothly onto the bolt, unlike hot dip galvanizing. Number 10, we've increased all the bolts and all the hardware on the stall. It's a simple change, but has a significant impact on warranty claims and addressing your stalls after install. And as you know, when you have a linear increase in your bolt diameter, the significant in the spec strength and the circumference or the area of the bolt is significantly impacted. And so by going to a half-inch thickness compared to our European counterparts, it is a 64% increase in bolt spec strength. Number 11, we use poly stall dividers that have flexibility, but also a resistant elasticity. We would like to have the stalls have some flexibility, and the right amount is critical, and we use steel to ensure that. But it also needs to have an innate resistant elasticity, the ability to, and desire to go back to its original position. We developed the right spec for our poly pipe through much trial and error and testing to ensure that we optimize this. What we don't want to see is materials that are just too flexible. Cows can, in this situation, as you will see in the photo, may lay crooked, bend the stalls out, and it may be even against them, but it's not offering enough resistance that they desire to lie straight. The result is that you have dirty stalls, dirty cows, and potentially problems with somatic cell count. Number 12, the color is pretty cool too. We think it's a shame when farmers make decisions for cow comfort based on the color of the stall. The stall color should never trump the comfort of your cow. We've kept it real simple. We've kept our stall dividers to be gray. That's very consistent with how dairy barns have been outfitted for decades. It matches the color of our metal stalls. We're offering a spot of color. You can have blue, red, or green, as you may wish, should you want to match up with your milking equipment, or as your dealer might provide. So we want to take time just to thank you for going through these top 12 reasons that we're offering as different and variations of why our product is better compared to many other flexible stall products on the marketplace. Ultimately, we believe in a handshake. We believe that business should be done with integrity. We believe that your word should be your word, and our word should be our word. So we'd love to do business with you, and we will honor our commitments when it comes to product supply, product integrity, and how we do business together. If you wish to learn more about our products, feel free to visit greyflex.ca, or you can get a quote online. You can learn more about our products, and we can connect you with our dealers and distributors around the world. And should you wish to be a distributor or a dealer, we'd be happy to consider yourselves as being part of our network. We'd be happy to have that conversation. Thank you.